Hey y'all, I'm Val from Our Forever Farm. If you hear something outside, that's Sweet Hunter blowing the leaves. It's finally fall, y'all. It's really gonna be cold tomorrow, they say. So I thought I'd make up what I make up every year on Halloween, is Brunswick Stew. Now, I'm not close enough to my family this year to share it with them, but normally our routine, our tradition is that I have Brunswick Stew and lots of goodies on Halloween night. We don't celebrate Halloween per se. We love fall and we love family, we love fun, and we love get-togethers. And that's just a good excuse to have them. So tonight is Halloween, but I'm going ahead and doing the tradition and making our Brunswick Stew. Now this is not a complicated Brunswick Stew. This is an easy Brunswick Stew. I've done it many times before, and I have lots of comments telling me that this is not the way you make Brunswick Stew, but I'm telling you, I'm trying to give you some easy things to make, and this is easy. This is out of our church retirement center cookbook from years and years ago. The lady that put this in, you know, I don't know if she's alive or gone, but her name's Isabel Wells. This is a delicious stew. This is great to freeze. I want you to make it, try it, whether you think it's the real Brunswick stew or not. It's just an easy, convenient way to have a good, warm, and cozy meal. So let's get to cooking. So here's our ingredients. We've got lemon juice. We've got 2 cans of cream-style corn. It calls for white corn, but all I had was yellow. 2 cans of the canned chicken breast. Tabasco sauce. It says 1 can of barbecue sauce, so I'm guessing half a bottle. The W sauce, chili sauce, which is hot ketchup, stewed tomatoes, and ground chuck or any kind of ground meat. And as always, the recipe will be in the description box. And while I've got this opportunity, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for watching. It means more to us than you know. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to brown our ground beef. This is ground chuck. You can use ground beef, ground deer, turkey, whatever you like. So while we're browning this meat, I want to remind you of our verse, Proverbs 31:27. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. I'm going to read to you what she put in here. I've already showed you the ingredients. Her instructions are so simple. It's the way most of our meals ought to be. Brown the ground beef. Drain the fat off. Mix all the ingredients and let it simmer all day or in the crock pot. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put mine in the crock pot for later on. Normally I have ground beef or ground deer or something in the freezer already browned and ready. You don't even thaw it out. You just pour it in whatever you need, like sloppy joes, Brunswick stew, whatever. But I don't. We've been really eating out of our freezer, trying to get it empty and ready to stock back up, which I've been stocking my pantry, but haven't been working on my freezers too much. I'm trying to rotate it and eat it out. So I had to buy some ground chuck for this. So I had some deer meat, but I didn't thaw it out. So the reason I'm going to take half of this meat out is probably close to 2 pounds, if not over. I didn't even look, to be honest. Might be 3. But I'm going to take all but about 1 pound out of here and put it in the freezer. And I've got a video on making this where you brown your ground beef, had it ready for meals. It's called Gravel. I got it from Tightwad Gazette. Have you ever heard of Tightwad Gazette? I've got that book. It's old, but it has some great tips that save you a lot of money, and that's one of them. So when you see ground beef on sale, get it, brown a bunch of it, and freeze it into small, like 1 pound containers. And I'll link the video where I made my gravel in the description box. I've got another video on this long ago, but I thought I'd make an updated one. So let's get this browned. It don't take a minute. I love to eat out just like the rest of you do, but there's something about cooking something warm and cozy at home. So I usually just take a paper towel and salt my grease up in the pan, but there's so much because this is a big amount of meat that I'm just going to drain this on paper towels and get it good and drained where there won't be a lot of fat in it. Now, you know how old church cookbooks are, and this one's pretty old. They don't really tell you what to do or anything. Just like Sweet Hunter's granny, when I used to watch her cook, they don't tell you what to do. They don't tell you how much to make. They just don't tell you, and that's the way this cookbook is. It really don't tell you. Do you drain the corn? Well, not the corn. Do you drain the chicken? Can you use rotisserie? Yeah, you can. You can use any kind of chicken. Did y'all know you can buy rotisserie chicken pulled off the bone? Fast food, y'all. I know you're paying somebody else to do it, but if you need a meal you're in a hurry for, that's a great way to do it. But yes, a rotisserie chicken pulled off the bone would be great in this. Now I'm just going to guess like a pound of this, and then the rest of it I'm going to freeze for 2 other meals. So I'm probably going to use about that much. I'm about like the cookbook people. I don't tell much, do I? I'm guessing that's about a pound. I don't know. You don't have to be exact. It's your kitchen. Do what you want to, right? So while my ground beef was browning, I opened everything. So I'm going to go ahead and, I need to turn that down. The meat's already browned. It's already drained. I'm going to go ahead and put the ingredients in. So it says just to add all the ingredients together. So first I'm doing my corn. And this is creamed corn. So it calls for 2 cans of creamed corn. Now you can double this recipe if you want to freeze it. That's what I usually do. And we usually have a bunch of kids coming over and grandkids, but not tonight. So now I'm going to add my stewed tomatoes. You can use dice if you want to, but these are stewed, and that's what she calls for, is stewed tomatoes. She probably didn't go buy these in a can. She probably had these in from her garden. Now it doesn't tell you to drain this chicken, but y'all, and you may snore your nose at this canned chicken, but I'm telling you, for enchiladas, a quick enchilada dish, or soup, or this stew right here, this is great. Very convenient. But again, you can cook your own chicken, or you can use rotisserie. Now we're going to go ahead and pour the hot ketchup or the chili sauce. She calls it hot ketchup. Just 1 bottle of hot ketchup. Now if you're looking for this in the store, it is close to the tomatoes. At Walmart I found it near the stewed tomatoes. But at Piggly Wiggly, which is this brand, I found it close to the cocktail sauce. Go figure. I always add just a little water in here and shake it up. Let me do that. Because you don't want to waste all this. And a little water's not going to hurt. You're going to simmer this. All right, now you're going to add what she says is 1 can of barbecue sauce. I had this little tad of barbecue sauce in the refrigerator, and I don't want to open another one unless I use all this. So 1 can, I'm assuming, is about half of a bottle. And like I say, I'm just assuming, I'm just guessing. You can do what you want. You can taste of it. So now I'm opening my new bottle. It doesn't matter what brand you use. It doesn't matter what kind you use. Whatever you like. So I'll taste of that later and see what that tastes like. So let's just stir all this up. Ooh, it smells good, I can tell you that. Now, it says that spoon is going to fall in there, sure as the world. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. It says 2 tablespoons. Let's see. 2 tablespoons. It's a big T, so I'm assuming that's a tablespoon of the W sauce. Y'all know what it is. Somebody on Facebook said they called it their sister sauce. I can't remember. I mean, not on Facebook. On YouTube's. I wish I could remember what they said. It was real cute. If you're on here and you hear me, please tell us what you said. Oh, and if y'all notice, I'm missing one painted nail. That's not for style. That's for it came off. This is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Then a dash of Tabasco, and again, that's just how much you want. We like it a little spicy. So I'm gonna stir this up, and I'm gonna let this simmer just a few minutes. And while I'm thinking about it, that canned chicken is a great item to put in your pantry to stock up for an emergency. You just never know. And if you want a quick meal that uses cooked chicken, there you go. It's already in your pantry. Now I gotta clean up my mess. So, the recipe says to simmer it all day on your stove or in your crock pot. I did think about putting it in my crock pot, but it is late, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simmer this on the stove a few minutes. We have ate it after it's simmered for 30 minutes. So don't think you have to simmer this all day. Everything's cooked. So you're just marrying all the flavors together. Of course, it will be better the second day, let me promise you, whether it's frozen or just sitting in your refrigerator. Or if you put it in the crock pot and let it simmer all day, it will be better. Second day, always good. But we're gonna have it tonight. Brunswick Stew. I had someone send me a comment the other day, and they asked me why I shared a Bible verse when I'm referring to home. Well, this is our earthly home, and I think home is the nicest word there is. But there's another home we're working for, and I think we all better get in a hurry. And if we've got the opportunity to share it, we should. So this is an easy meal to make, an easy meal to put up. They'll think you cooked all day. So now, while I love to challenge myself and try hard things, and I've done many on this channel, I also like to have things that are quick and easy. I like to double recipes and freeze them where we'll have fast food and not have to eat out. Let's see where I put this. So, the kitchen's clean, the stew is simmering, and we'll give it a taste test when it's about 30 minutes into it. So, I'm gonna give it a taste test. It's simmered about 30 minutes. I'm gonna let it simmer another hour or so, just on low on the stove. It's so good, it's good even now. So don't think you have to wait. Like I said, everything is cooked in it. And so this is a quick, easy meal to make, and everybody will love it, I promise you. Whew, I got the hot sauce in there. I like hot, it's very good. But I serve it with hot sauce too, just in case, you know. Very, very good. So let's give honor where honor is due. This little cookbook was given to me by a friend years and years ago. We have went to the same church since 1990. We love our church. But this cookbook was compiled and sponsored by a retirement center of the Church of God of the Union Assembly. It says, we hope you will enjoy our recipes because they are all tried and tested. It's been used a lot. I need to get a copy made of it. But it's the Retirement Center Cookbook. I treasure it. They've labeled each little section. It's really neat. Where's another section? Anyway, it's got soups.
It's got desserts. It's got vegetables. There's the vegetables. It's fun. It's just fun knowing that a lot of these people have gone on, but we're still cooking their meals. And pretty soon, I'm going to make a cauliflower soup. I've done it on here before too. And it's out of this cookbook from a friend of mine, her mother. And she's passed on.
I guess if I picked one thing that was my favorite in this whole cookbook, it's the fact that most of the recipes in here are handwritten. And look, right below where she signed her name, she put in parentheses, good. I just love that.
So, y'all, I'm going to eat. Sweet Hunter's still outside, so he's going to have to eat later, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going to eat and enjoy this. Y'all go cook something. Mix all the ingredients. Excuse me. An easy meal to put up. An easy meal to put up. God. Have I got it right? No, I don't. Okay, let's give honor. Let's do this again. Y'all go cook something.